There is a two more things where we can use the less command, another is a more command. Less command is used to displaying the data less, or more command will use means down paginate the down through the file. Same thing is happened. So more command is used only for the down, means you can down the file, you cannot up the file. But when you are using the less, in this case you can up the file and you can down the file content. Head and tail commands I have shown you already. Head will display the top of the file, 10 lines. Tail will use the bottom of the file, 10 lines. If you want to customize this lines, so you can use the hyphen and option, hyphen and give the number of the lines, how much lines you want to display. So match patterns or string to the characters, means if you want to search the result, means when you are running some, you want to check the file and this file is a very lengthy, the file length is very high. So in this case what you can see, if there is a lots of the content inside the file but you want to search the specific string, like you are looking about the log files and you want to check for the error, it was an error or not. So in this case you can search the error by using the string or the grep command. So how can you do it? I will display in a content like this, ls/etc, displaying the content exists inside the etc, and when the result will come, here the shorten or filtering will be used, -i is a net, and it will display all the file, all the folder which having the net in their name. When using the -i option, it means ignoring the lowercase and uppercase. Okay. Here is some file where we run all the text file and grep, then use the .txt. It will display all the content which having the .txt at the end of the file. Extension .txt extension. Similar, you can find out the specific username inside the passwd file. Means whenever you want to search a specific string, whatever the name, whatever the content, you can use the grep command. I hope you have understood about it. Similar, grep the local host exists inside the etc host or not. So this data will be displayed. Okay guys, so in this section we are going to discuss about the redirectors. Before redirectors, we should know what is the redirector. For the example, there is some type of the input in the shell when you are running the command or written the command. This is the input. When you will input the data, it will validate and give the output. Output display on the screen, whatever the output. Like you have run the wrong command, display the error. If you have written the right command, it will not display the error, it will display direct the output result. So there is a three main things: standard input, standard output and standard error. Like the standard input, where we are using the command interface, using the keyboard and providing some input. Other things may be the mouse click in a GUI interface, clicking the mouse, using the pen tab or something. So all it will be considered as a standard input. When the standard input received by the kernel, it will process it and then give the output known as a standard output. But sometime there is a possibilities of the error. So these known as a standard error. For the error, usually it is displayed. For the example, if you are running the cat/etc and /shadow as a normal user, so you will get the permission denied. So standard input, standard output and standard error, these things can be redirect any specific location. What is the meaning of the redirection? For the you are working as an administrator, but you have installing the some patch, means you are doing the patch management, you are installing the patch and you are getting the error just displayed on the screen, lots of the error, but you are not able to understand the error, what type of the error it is. So you called your upper team or the management and you asked there is some error. The administrator will ask you, please write the error in the file and send me the file. Because the management or the senior department don't know which type of the error is displaying, and if the error having the 100 lines, 200 lines, so it is not easy to tell all the lines over the phone, or over the phone not possible. So in this case, whatever the error will display, you need to redirect this error. So redirection is a different. Once is a greater than sign, double greater than sign. So when you are using the greater sign, means redirect the standard in a file. Like I am using the ls, and whatever the result will be displaying or will display while running the after command ls, if I want to redirect this output information into the file.txt, so this will not display on the screen all the stored in a file.txt. If you want to write in a more data in the same file, so you can use the double quotation, means it will append the existing file. Like there is a one file.txt and here is a some data, but you don't want to remove this data and you want to add more data, so you can use double redirection. And this type means if you are getting the input from the file, means there is a 10 commands, ls, ms and cat command and whatever the command is there, and all the commands are written in a file, and when you use this input, all the commands will be taken as a input and display the screen. But there is also very tough to identify the errors when you are running a big command or displaying the data, which are going to be displayed lots of data on the screen. So there is some errors also. So how you can just redirect errors in the file? By using the to and greater than. So it will only redirect the error messages to the file. And when you use the to and double quotation, so it means append the standard, and it will redirect both output and the error. If you want to redirect both output error, then you can use this particular command. Okay. Here is a chain of the commands, means in a CMD or in a terminal, generally you are using the single command ls. But do you want to run the multiple commands? Yes, it can be possible by using some symbols like pipe sign, semicolon, logic and, logical or the wang. So these are actually the operators or the input which can be used. Like you want to run the both command ls, pipeline, pwd, display the both. So the output, the first command became the input of the second command, then use the pipeline. If you are using the semicolon, so semicolon will be used whether the previous command completed or not. Means ls slash or the semicolon pwd. So if the ls command is not executing, then the pwd command will be used. If you are using the double ampersand sign or the logical AND, then it will run only when the first command will be executed. If first command will not execute, then the second command discarded automatic. And logical OR command run the previous command fails. Means if the previous command fails, then the second command will be run. Wang always used for the negative expressions. Okay, there is a exargs command which used to input and execute the given command to each argument provided, and this is the actually also useful when you are running the multiple files or the series of the data or the commands like find, food, type, f, name, pdf, zargs, rm. Means whatever the commands will be find here, remove all the command. So this type of the combination are used